Hi and welcome to another session in Studio 72 for Pilates at Home. Today's session we're going to do a lot of our stuff in 4-point kneeling. So to start off with, we're just going to bring yourself into a kneeling, sit nice and tall, crown of the head stacked above the shoulders, the ribs and the sit bones. Think about your Pilates box being nice and square. We've lifted the rib cage out the pelvis. We gently draw on the ribs together. Drawn up through the pelvic floor, gentle draw belly button towards the spine, sliding up behind the rib cage. So we'll start just a few shoulder rolls. Starting to lengthen the spine and think about the crown of the head reaching taller as the shoulder blades slide down towards the base of the spine. And then just get a few spinal movements in. We're going to start with the nod of the chin towards the chest and then just walking our hands out nice and easy. And taking it into our shell stretch. And then walking our hands all the way back up, stacking the spine, one vertebrae at a time until we lengthen the crown of the head nice and tall. Taking it down again. If you're prenatal, you want to try this, you can take your knees a little wider just to accommodate space for the bum. Rolling it down. And we're sitting in this knee position is uncomfortable. You can always do the spinal movements in standing, doing roll downs. And then once again, stacking the spine. Drawn up through the pelvic floor, draw belly button towards the spine, creating space, lift the rib cage out the pelvis, stacking nice and tall. Last one, hold the chin down towards the chest, walking it out. This time when we're there, we're just going to take a nice breath into the back of the shoulders, back of the ribs, back of the pelvis. As we exhale, sink that tailbone closer down towards our heels. Just giving a nice stretch for that lower lumbar spine. And then we're going to walk our hands, right hand to the right of the mat, your left hand on top, and as you reach your hands and the crown of the head to the right of the mat, we're going to send our tailbone or our sit bones over our left heel. Give that a nice stretch down through the left side of the body. And then walk the hands into centre, left hand to the left side of the mat, reaching the right hand over crown of the head and the hands reaching to the left of the mat. And we're going to get the sit bones reaching over the right heel, stretching through the right side of the body. And then bringing the hands back into centre, walking all the way back up. Stacking the spine, lifting the crown of the head tall to the ceiling. This time walking your hands back. As you take your hands back, begin to squeeze through the back of the legs and the glutes. Press the pelvis tall to the ceiling. Open across the chest and the collarbone. Open through the front of the body, stretch to the front of the thighs. And then slowly releasing it down. Bring yourself back into tall kneeling. Taking the right hand to the outside of the left knee or left leg, left hand behind. Spiral the spine upwards as we inhale, and as we exhale, begin to spiral the spine round. Getting that rotation into the spine. Continuing as you take the gaze of the eyes over that left shoulder. And then inhale, bring it back into centre, opposite direction. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Bring the right hand behind, lengthen the spine nice and tall with the inhale. As you exhale, begin to spiral the spine. So we're getting that little ring out for lungs of everything internal, stimulating them, bringing the blood flow to them, energising them. And bring it all the way back into centre. Okay, it's time taking it down onto 4-point kneeling. We've got our wrists below our elbows and our shoulders, and just making sure that we stacked and loaded our joints properly. So if you think about your bones like scaffolding, we want to make sure that our scaffolding is nice and strong and stacked in balance, and that way the muscles in our body are going to work in balance. We're going to keep the shins and the tops of the feet planted down into the floor. Knees are below the hips. We have length from top of the head all the way down to the tailbone. And if you took a view of yourself from above, the Pilates box would be nice and square, shoulders are drawn down away from our ears, and we have that nice length through the back of the neck. So to begin with, just taking it to our cat stretch. We're going to inhale to lengthen the spine. As we exhale, imagine you're closing the sit bones together and tucking your tailbone in between the legs. Drop through the pelvic floor, draw the belly button towards the spine. Start to round the spine. As you begin to push the floor away with the hands, lifting the chest and sternum away from the mat. And then finishing by taking the gaze of the eyes through the centre of the thighs. Emptying, exhaling all the breath, and creating space for a nice inhale. Lengthen the spine nice and long from tailbone to the crown of the head. This time separate the sit bones at the back of the body as you begin to tilt the pelvis forward. Start to push the floor away as you lift the chest and sternum, taking the gaze, the chest and the heart tall to the ceiling, sliding the shoulder blades down. So we've opened at the sit bones at the back of the body, We've opened across the collarbone at the front of the body. And ready to exhale, we tuck the tailbone, drop through the pelvic floor, scoop the belly button towards the spine, push the floor away, lifting the chest and the sternum, taking the gaze through the knees as we empty and exhale the breath. Inhale to find that length into the spine, begin to separate the sit bones, begin to tilt the pelvis, begin to send the gaze nice and tall to the ceiling as we draw the shoulders down away from our ears. One more time. Exhaling the breath, rounding and emptying, creating nice space through the back of the spine, and inhale, opening through the front of the body, drawing the breath in, gliding the shoulder blades down, and then bring it into a lengthened spine. And then take a little rest back and shell stretch, bum down onto the heels. And then you can slide your hands forward, you can slide your hands back towards your toes, whichever way works for you. Okay, when you're ready, bring it back up into 4-point kneeling. Hands are below our shoulders, knees are below our hips, our tops of our feet and our shins are just gently planted down into the mat. So we're just going to try and lift one limb off the mat at a time, just to try and see if our body can still stabilise when the distribution of weight has changed. So we're going to start by sliding our right hand away and draw back in. Couple more. You can keep the hand in contact with the floor to make it a little bit easier, get a little bit more feedback. You can float the arm up and glide it down. Now for our left side, sliding the hand away, glide back in, taking it off the mat if you wish and you prefer, glide it back in, and as you float the arm up, the shoulders and the rest of the body stay nice and stable, glide it back down. Now our right leg, we're going to slide it away, draw the leg back in, slide the leg away long, draw the leg back in, slide the leg away long, draw the leg back in, left leg. Drawn up through the pelvic floor, wrapping the corset and feeling as though the ribcage gently drawn together underneath the body. Making sure we're pushing the floor away with our hands, lifting the chest and sternum, not collapsing. Return the leg back in and pause. So we're just gradually layering up these exercises. We're laying down the motor patterns and adding a little bit more intensity as we go on. So our body and our brain is prepared for the moves that we're going to make. So anytime you need to, you just stay at the lower level, take it down a level. If you wish, we're going to add on a little bit challenge. Going to start with our right leg. Slide the right leg away nice and long. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, lift. Inhale, tap, exhale, press. Tap it down, press back up, tap and press, tap and press. Pilates box nice and stable, not hitching through the hips, not hitching through the shoulders. Strong through the upper body as you keep the chest and the sternum lift away from the mat. 2 more, press. 1 more, press. From there, lengthen the leg long. We're going to curl the heel to the bum for 1, 2, push your way through the toe. Curl 1, 2, push your way through the toe. Curl heel to bum and lengthen, extend. Curl it in, lengthen away. 3 more, push away. 2 more, extend away. 1 more, extend away. Bend the knee so our toes pointing towards the ceiling. Wrap the corset, stabilise the spine. We have little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen the leg. Tap it down. Slide it in. Ready for the other side. Realign if you need to. Draw the shoulders down. Just tune into your body awareness and your positioning. We're going to take that left leg, we're going to slide it nice and long with the inhale. Exhale to press. Inhale to tap. Exhale to press. Tap. Press back up. Tap. Press back up. Tap. Press back up. We have 3, 2, and 1. Press back up. Hold the leg nice and long. Shoulders drawn down away from the ears. Our corset's wrapped. Our belly button's drawn towards our spine. We curl in for 1, 2. Extend it away. Curl heel to bum. Lengthen away. Heel to bum. And push away through the toes. Curl it in and extend it away. 3 more. And 2 more. And last one. Send the leg away. Bend the knee. Toe pointing towards the ceiling. 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg long. Tap the leg down. Slide the leg in. Hook your hands back until your bum sinks down onto the heels. Stretch it out. And take a nice big breath in. Nice big breath out as bottom sinks down onto the heels, body onto the thighs and body into the mat. Okay, when you're ready, bring it back up to all fours. So this time, When we're on our all fours, we're going to add in the arms and the opposite leg. So we slide our right arm and our left leg, keep in contact with the floor first of all. So we've got that feedback. A couple more, lay down the motor pattern, draw back in. Last one, send it away. From there, inhale, lengthen, exhale, lift. Inhale, tap, exhale, lift. Inhale, tap, exhale, lift. Inhale, tap, exhale, lift. Thinking about that Pilates box, stay nice and stable. Belly button's drawn towards the spine. Looking from above, that Pilates box is nice and even, nice and balanced. 2 more. Press back up. 1 more. Press back up. Hold it there. Little pulses higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it there. We're going to take our right arm out to the side and glide the right arm in. Left leg, take it out to the side, away from midline. Press back into midline. Now we're going to add them both together. We inhale, open it out, away from midline. Exhale, press back in. Inhale, open it out. Exhale, press back in. Inhale, open it out. Exhale, press back in. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, press back in. Last one. Inhale, away from midline. Exhale, back into midline. Tap the hand and leg down. Slide them in and take a little shell stretch. Okay, when you're ready, set yourself up for the other side. Shoulders above our wrists, knees below our hips, lengthen through the spine, crown of the head to tailbone, engage the core. So start by just laying down the motor patterns. We slide the arm and leg away and exhale, bring it back in. Lengthen away nice and long. Draw back in. Lengthen away and pause. So we're looking for length through the arm, we're looking for length through the leg, we're looking for the shoulders to be drawn down. Hips and shoulders nice and level, our corset strong. So again, these muscles wrapping around in our corset are transverse. They're trying to hold and to stabilise us, to try and keep everything nice and still as we mobilise only our limbs. So inhale to lengthen, exhale, float the arm and leg up. Inhale, tap. Exhale, press. Inhale, tap. Trying to maintain length in the arm and the leg the whole time. You're looking for precise, controlled moves as you inhale. Exhale, lifting against gravity. Inhale. Exhale, press. The whole time the spine, the pelvis, trying to stay nice and stable. The core, stay nice and strong. Belly button drawn towards the spine. 2 more. Press, last one. And press. Lengthen, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Left arm, taking it away from midline. Return it back into midline. Challenging that balance. Stay strong as you take the right leg away from midline. Press it back into midline. Add both together if you can. If you need to, take it down to the floor and slide away from there. We inhale, open it out. Exhale, press back into center. Inhale, open away from midline. Exhale, press back in. Inhale, keep lengthening, stay strong. Exhale, draw back in. 2 more, gliding it away. Press back in. And 1 more, glide away from midline. Press back into midline. Return the hand and the leg. Slide them in. And rest it down. Walk the hands away. Let the shoulders just draw down away from our ears. Big breath in, big breath out. And then when you're ready, we'll just stretch it out now. So we're going to take it into our thread and the needle. Starting with our hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips. We're going to keep that length into our spine, our shoulders drawn down away from our ears. And take the back of the right hand, pop it down onto the mat. I'm just going to slide it through with the exhale. Keep sliding it through until the shoulder and the head can rest down as close to the floor as your body allows. Stretch around the shoulder girdle, stretch in between the shoulder blades, and then with the inhale, we're going to float the hand all the way tall to the ceiling, reaching the hand to the ceiling, pushing the other hand into the floor, and then 1 more, exhale, threading it through. So we're wringing out everything internal once again. We're creating space. Now draw that breath in, sweeping the hand up, taking the gaze up, open across the chest and the collarbone, and then rest that hand down. Ready for the other side. Lengthen the spine, square off the Pilates box. Inhale the breath. As you exhale, thread the hand through. Let's slide through as far as you can until the shoulder and the head rest down onto the mat. And then once the breath is empty, inhale, push the floor away, lift the chest. Take the gaze and the fingertips tall to the ceiling. Push the other hand into the floor for that opening. When the breath is filled in, bring out everything internal again. Empty the breath, thread it through. Stretch around the shoulder girdle. And our last one, inhale, sweeping it all the way tall. And then rest that hand down. Just going to take a little stretch of the lower body. Now we're going to take our right knee in between our hands. Send that left leg back a little bit. Turn the shoulders and the hips to face forward. So again, if we have little headlines on our shoulders and our hips, they're all facing forward, so our Pilates box is nice and square. As we sink down, we're going to take it down to the hands. If you can, take it down to the forearms. If you need to, or can, take it to the stacked fist. Or if you can, take it all the way down. Rest the head down onto the backs of the hands. Lengthen that back leg nice and long. Try to press the pelvis and the hips down to the floor. Open across the back of the shoulders, sticking the elbows nice and wide. And then when you're ready, slide in the hands back. Slide in the leg back and ready for the other side. Knee in between the hands. Turn the shoulders and the hips to face forward. Slide that back leg back. Begin to take it down a little lower if your body allows. Taking it onto forearms. If you can, take it down to stacked fists. And if you can and wish, and it's comfortable in your body, take it all the way down to the backs of the hands. And then when you're ready, hands by the side of the knee, slowly pushing it back. Walking your hands back until the bum sinks down onto the heels again. Walk your hands forward, back into our shell stretch once again. Nice inhale up the breath. As you exhale, sink into just a little deeper. And then when you're ready, walking it all the way back up. Bring yourself up into high kneeling and just a few little rolls with the shoulders to finish. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. That was our kneeling practice for today. Thanks, Em.